Hey everybody, watch this review here with, I guess, a brief fireside chat. Just about what I've ran into today at Toys R Us, but while I'm doing this, I'm going to be fiddling with my RCA digital voice recorder I bought last month. And I'm just taking out the package today, trying it working. I just wanted to record this and just have my voice going, but unfortunately this stupid thing doesn't work all that well. I mean, it says like push menu repeatedly to try to get the sound and get the date settings in and stuff like that, but I mean, it's crazy. But I stopped in Toys R Us today, right? They just completely redid the superhero section, so it's got like a whole aisle by itself. And it's got like a ton of figures. It's got all sorts of, what the hell did I do? It's got like, I was just looking through it, it's got a ton of the 2-packs for the Marvel Legends. It's got a bunch of the Marvel Universes, just none of the ones that I was really looking for. It's got some of the earlier wave ones, which it had before, then some of the other mid ones. But I mean, I was really surprised that I actually picked up some of the 2-packs from Marvel Legends. It had the Maria Hill and the Iron Man one, which I almost picked up. The Nick Fury and the Hand Ninja, which I was tempted to pick up. The detailing on the Hand Ninja for the Marvel Legends version is just a hell of a lot better than the detailing you see on the Marvel Universe one, because it's got like this one sash here. It's got all sorts of additional layers of detail, but for whatever reason, I was actually really tempted to pick up this one Marvel Universe 3-pack with the white variant of the Hand Ninja, because it looked really hot, and then it had a Hydra Soldier. I kind of wanted a Hydra Soldier that's the 3.3 3/4 scale, not the general scale. But I finally opted not to, just because it was like $30. I'm like, why do I want to pay $30 for a kind of series that I'm not really huge into anyway? So didn't do that. But really pissed me off. Although they had some really cool things. Like when you were a kid, you used to go to the supermarket and you had those gumball machines with little figurines. Well, for $7, they had a pack of like 8 or 9 of those little dudes for the new with Marvel characters instead. But it was really cheap looking quality because it's just like solid plastic. Some of them were like clear through plastic, which is cool if you're getting it for the gumball. But if you're paying $7 for like 9 figures, you're paying like over 75 cents each per figure, and it's not like. Although I was strongly tempted to do it just because one of the packs had Juggernaut, and I kind of like the look of the Juggernaut. I opted not to, but did I get that time? No, it's still not working. But I decided not to. But really pissed me off was I was like looking through all the stuff, and although they have this whole new DC selection and everything, and it looks really cool, but they didn't have a single DC Universe Classics figure, which struck me as just messed up on like every possible level. They had some of the 2-packs for the DC Universe Classics. Like I saw the Clayface Batman 2-pack that the review spots looked at. It's actually a pretty decent looking pack, but I just didn't feel like paying $25 for the 2 figures. I mean, the Clayface was hot and all. If they were just selling him on his own for like 15 or 18, I mean, maybe. But I mean, the Batman's just a variant with like a repaint with just like blood on it, which I figured, it's not that exciting. They also had Orion with, I forget who else, and it was like 3 different packs. I mean, it would have been cool if they had that one that they shown off at the Comic-Con, the Starfire and Adam Strange 2-pack. Because I really want to get a Marvel Universe, not Marvel Universe, sorry, DC Universe Classic Starfire at some point. To build up a Teen Titans group, but just so far, no luck with that at all. I mean, Beast Boy is still on the way. Or actually, I think Beast Boy is out right now. It's just that it's a Marvel exclusive wave. The Imperiex wave, I think, is Walmart exclusive, but which means that I'm not going to be able to find it anywhere because my Walmart completely sucks. I mean, the only figures they have in there are just some oldies from, I think, Waves 2 or Not Waves 2. It was just some of the older Waves. It's not even like the really cool figures from the older Waves either. It's just sort of characters I'm not really into. And not for any of the ones that have Build-A-Figures that I really want. I mean, the only one that I've seen, they're not called Build-A-Figures, they're called Connect and Collects, but I mean, come on, they're basically Build-A-Figures. I mean, the only Build-A-Figure I really want at this point is probably the... Actually, I probably wouldn't mind the Imperiex. The Imperiex looks pretty decent. And it's got a really awesome wave. It's got a Man-Bat. It's got a full-on black Batman with like the glossy sort of costume like you saw back in the 80s films, the 80s/90s Batmans with Burton, and I guess later Schumacher was directing them, which is a cool look. Actually, like everything in that wave I want except for the Robot Man and maybe Forager, because I don't really know anything about either two of them, but the Beast Boy definitely want to pick up just for the whole building my team of Teen... Oh, I think I got something. Team Titans. Now let's see if I can... Oh! You just click stuff randomly and then eventually something happens. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to hit this. For people who don't own one of these things, it's a USB / voice recorder. Well, it's a USB voice recorder, so I can just record stuff while I'm like thinking and so forth and upload it onto the computer. Which is a pretty kick-ass deal. I got it for $20 with free shipping from Newegg. Promotion, tell us today's date, the 8th. Let me look at my computer. But yeah, got off Newegg for $20 with another... Shoot, I guess I idled. With another, what was it? It's like... Shoot! With free shipping and handling, but... I mean, I'm constantly, like, thinking and having crazy thoughts and stuff, and story ideas and just what have you. I just hate having these ideas go to waste, and even when you're driving and stuff, you know. You don't really have time to stop and write stuff down, if that makes any sense. Shoot, that's still wrong. But, yeah, I mean, everybody thinks their thoughts are important, but, I mean, on average, I don't think I have, huge, observations or anything. It's just the fact I don't like losing ideas and so forth. Especially in the case of story ideas, because those are semi-important. So I don't know when I'll think them again. And I actually have like tons and tons and tons of just like little note pages of stories that I meant to start with just the core premise and so forth that I actually never got around to even getting half done. I'm awful like that. But you know, I think a lot of people are just kind of wishy-washy, and they think, wow, if I had more time, then be able to get all this stuff done. And even with more time, I don't think most of us would do half the things we intend to. It's just part of the human condition. I mean, we just try to fill our times up with as much as we possibly can, and then eventually we start to feel overburdened, so we drop a bunch of stuff, and then we'll just fill stuff up again. But they had... Actually, I probably will need to break this up into 2 vids, which is kind of embarrassing, considering I'm just rambling, and this is just a talk rather than a review or anything. But let me pause and let me start another one, and then I'll just talk about all the kick-ass stuff I saw that hadn't been aware of previously.